Hey everybody, welcome to my vlog number 10 for 2015. I am Bill Owen from Mnpctech.com. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button and it'll be another several months before I get a new video up. No. Now this vlog is special because I got off my ass and I finally edited footage. You know, a lot of my friends see me carrying my camera around and they ask, Bill, are you ever going to post this video? I will. Just give me several months to edit the footage and I'll eventually get around to it. So I've got two special unboxings in this video. The first is short but sweet. My friend Darren Kloon bought my limited edition deep cool Tristeller case from Newegg. Now the last count that I got was that they had 12 of the 24 that they had purchased remaining in stock. There's 12 left. Wow, you actually bought it for $5.99. That is great. Now, I'm sure there's somebody out there going, all right, who is this Bill Owen on my case? What does this represent? Is that a sticker? Can I take that off? Hey, look, if you bought one and if you done work with it, share it with me because I've only seen nobody with one yet, other than Darren, and so we're going to head over to his place at Liquid Cool Solutions in Rochester, Minnesota, and I get to see him open his up for the first time. Also, have you ever seen a mod monkey open up a case? It's the best thing ever because you get an honest reaction to a new product, and that's why I like hanging out with these guys. These are the guys from themodzu.com. We would go over to Greg's shop on Friday nights, and when he gets in the new samples for the review articles, if I got my camera, I capture them on opening a new case, and that's what I've done with the new Cooler Master MasterCase 5, which is their big flagship case that they're marketing all over the place right now. Also, we've got footage of Greg's new laser in action, and he's working on a line of acrylic cases that he's going to sell in 2016, and one of which will be a limited edition Mnpctech version that I've been pestering him about. So you'll get a preview of what he's working on with that. I've also got a new product I'm selling at Mnpctech, and if you haven't taken advantage already, I've still got the 10% discount on our store. When you go to checkout, enter in subscriber and the discount voucher box. I think it's to the right, and you'll get 10% off your order. And I'm going to end that on the New Year's. So take advantage of it. If there's a fan grill, modding supplies, a custom window, if you're still looking for a holiday gift for yourself, take advantage of that. Now, at the end of the vlog, I've got a special announcement, so let's go see some unboxings and some other stuff, and I'll catch you at the end.
Doing good, how are you?
Aging and not gracefully.
Hey everybody, Bill Owen from Mnpctech, and we are here at Liquid Solutions.
Hey, it's Liquid Cool, buddy.
Oh,
I was going to redo it. Take two.
hey, we are in the product development lab.
Oh no.
Liquid Cool Solutions, and here is the CEO.
Bill Owen. Yeah, that's a big mic, buddy. That is a really big mic.
Darren.
Well, here it is. This is it. This is you. This is you. You made this.
Me in a box.
This is you in a box.
$4.99.
You know, these things are flying off the shelf right now. I mean, this is incredible.
What is this?
You'll see.
I understand it's a design.
This is a Bill Owen original. And when I say Bill Owen original, can we even show people what this is?
Yeah.
Is this?
Yeah, it's been on the market.
This is pretty experimental, though.
That's $500. Is that what you said? Yes.
No.
Okay, well, I know how
Only CEOs can afford.
Oh, jeez. Wait a minute.
Only-
Yeah, wait a minute here. You got the wrong guy. I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm out of here.
Good lunch, though.
All right, I gotta see this. What do you store this in? Is there like gerbils gonna run out of this thing? What?
It's not shaped the normal shape of a case, so we know it's going to be something special.
Ooh, a little peek. That is pretty sweet. All right, open it up.
Compartments, huh?
Holy cow, is that sweet. Look at that.
No, I have not seen the retail version yet. I've only seen the prototype, not the actual retail version.
Some guy's name on it.
Ooh, look at that.
Looks like you wrote.
That is fancy. Look at this, Bill. Isn't this great? I am so excited. Now, does this thing fly by chance? It kind of has this aeronautical, could fly kind of a thing going here. I like it. I like it.
There was question that these grills, because we actually did the original ones, we milled from 6061 half-inch thick aluminum, and they did use metal because some people were thinking, oh, they're going to use plastic on the retail version.
No, this quality of construction is just fabulous. You know, I hate to say it, when I first saw it, it reminded me of Buck Rogers. You know, I was kind of, beady, 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 hey, Buck. I mean, it's just sweet.
You want to know what the inspiration was?
What?
Do you remember Logan's Run?
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
70s?
Yep.
The sci-fi?
Logan is a sandman, bred and trained to destroy those malcontents who run.
One for one. Well, why not? That's exactly how everything works. One flame out, one renewal. One is terminated, one is born. Simple, logical, perfect. You have a better system?
Logan, a sandman who dares to become a runner himself.
SSDs up here. I've got graphics probably up here.
Yeah,
Power over
single.
here.
Yep.
Right on the side. So, so I mean, this really can
Are you
fit.
buying this, Darren?
Huh? Yeah, I bought
already.
it. I
What
bought
are
it.
these? How much are these?
$4.99.
$4.99. Yep.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but again, something really unique. And it was only a limited run. They only made 50 of them.
Okay.
So I know
Cool.
that 9 of them is sold so far. I haven't got the official count for the last
I'm sure
couple
you'll
weeks.
sell 50 of them for sure.
But you know, this to me is when I saw it, it just reminded me of so many things that I love about computing, and then of course, you know, Bill, this is a signature, you know.
If you ever need help managing your money, Darren, let me know. I think we could find some.
Hey, Jerry,
We might be able to
I'm
find
sorry. I'm a gamer.
$3,000.
I'm a gamer. There's no sacrifice here. I'm sorry. You know, when you game, this is what it is.
So do you think if we went to his office, there'd be a bunch of like Star Wars memorabilia and Legos?
I've been to his office.
Yes,
There's
there
not.
is.
But
Yes, there is.
I
I
didn't
have a Darth Vader on my desk. Come
know,
on, you got to have a Darth Vader.
Like when new devices come out, like mobile phones, and you're trying to decide which one you want, it's always a decision, right? You do research. Darren just buys all of them.
He's already got it.
You'll meet him at a coffee shop somewhere, and one phone will ring one time, another phone rings another time.
I've noticed that.
And
when
it's
we went
always
out
the
to eat.
newest technology.
Yeah.
It is not. Oh my God! Come into my. Okay, you must be talking about somebody else here. I've got a Note 4 for crying out loud. They got the 5 out. I don't have it yet.
What did you pay for that case,
You had
Darren?
the note
I don't know.
second day it was
I
out.
plead the fifth.
It's a write-off.
I'm sorry, Jerry. I
Somehow
can't-
it can be used. It can be used for a system here
This
in
is
the lab.
yes. This is for you, Jerry.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
for the lab.
All right, we'll put it in my office.
Ah, whatever.
Hey everybody, Bill Owen from Mnpctech.com. This is a new product that I've added to the store. It's a power supply jumper switch. Check this out. When you need to jump start a power supply that isn't in a PC to test components, you just use this, plug it into the end of the motherboard connection for your power supply, and it has an on-off switch with a red power indicator so you know that there's actually juice going through for the component that you're testing. Now this is pretty slick, and we've just started stocking them at Mnpctech. And if you're overseas, you can also order. Just go to our international order link at the top of the website or go to the Contact Us page. Now, if you want a tip, if you're super cheap, like myself and my friends at times, is just go to Google and Google Jumpstart Power Supply Paperclip ATX, and you should find guides out there how you can take a power supply and jumper to the wire connections on the end of the 24-pin connector. Now, the only problem with that is that you don't have the nice handy on-off switch with this or the power indicator LED. So for under 10 bucks, you can get this or just use a paperclip. Hey, that's why we're here, to give you advice and suggestions and tips, and we also appreciate your support too. So that's the new ATX power supply jumper switch at Mnpctech.com. I've got the Mazu staff, and we're looking at Cooler Master's new MasterCase 5. We've got Captain Curry Sauce.
Hello.
New staff member Graham.
Hey.
And Greg from the Smart Computer Store and the Mod Zoo.
Hey.
And here it is, an unboxing. We've heard so much about this case. Famous modders are behind the development and the design.
This is supposed to be the
features.
mod-friendly case from Cooler Master.
Right,
If you're in Minnesota, we come over for beer and food.
Will work for beer.
Yeah, this is the
The regular.
this is the regular. So not the pro, but we did get the top cover kit as well, which is kind of fun.
So if you don't buy a Pro and you don't want a window, you can go this way and buy the top cover kit.
So one of the things that I think is really interesting, and I was telling Jesse about this earlier, is on the back here, they do the slotted fan mounts right here, but they don't do it on this. It's just got the 120, the single position. But
And 140s.
yeah, the 120, 140. But then on this piece right here, you do get the slotted. So when you take this out and put this piece in, you will get the slotted. And then this piece, which we can pop on here.
Just doesn't want to come out.
Of course, you gotta remove the back handle first.
Apparently, yeah.
No, I thought it went on the back handle.
And
Surprising.
just once one side comes out, slide
Yeah.
it over.
And now, I'm almost scared to do this, but
Slap right on.
so the knees will clip in,
Yeah.
or at least cover it. Yeah, this is this is a little looser, but I
Yeah,
do
that's fine. That way it's easier to take off.
I do like how it changes the the shape a little bit on it too. And the nice thing is though, even though
This shape reminds me of the Scout.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Or,
it's still handled, which is the other
yes,
nice thing. So
yes.
it's still you can still get your front and your back hand right here.
Yeah.
I see the DeLorean roofline in that.
Yeah.
The back of the Aventador.
So the other thing is now that I've popped off the back
It
here,
has a vent and a door.
look at the cable management.
Looks familiar. It looks
Yeah.
almost like something that Fantex would do.
Yeah. I mean, I've said this before with you guys, and I'll say this again. I feel like this case borrowed a lot of good things from other cases, and it's kind of an evolution for Cooler Master, and I really like that.
So wait, does the SSD go on the inside?
Yeah.
On these?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I can see some mod potential there. You can
Yeah,
get some
actually,
designs on top.
Yeah. So yeah, it mounts to the top.
And then
of
it's
the,
got captive screws, which I like that.
Yeah.
Even the power supply mount has captive screws.
I like that a lot. So they're touting this as really, really the mod friendly, but again, a lot of still pop rivets, which I'm not as in love with, versus say like a Fantex or
Yeah.
I think they were making the chassis durable, but yet you can change tops and bottoms.
yeah.
Now I'll say this openly to Cooler Master. I feel there was a time that they used to be the leaders in terms of case designs. I mean, look at the Cosmos. And now I feel they've become the followers.
I agree, but you know what? This is still a good case.
Oh no, I'm not denying that it's not.
I'm really.
I'll say this: I did not like this case in pictures. I like it better
It
in
slides?
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like
So
this case in
lots of-
person much
Yeah.
better than the size is really decent.
Yeah.
You know, has enough support for practical usage.
I think it's really interesting because I got to tell you right now, I think when I saw this in pictures and in video,
Yeah.
I honestly was dreading seeing this thing.
Yes.
Not impressed.
I was not impressed, and now that I'm seeing it in person, I like it a lot more.
Yeah.
So that's essentially where those go, and then your covers. I like that. I like the fact that the base right here doesn't have that. The base, it's like if you're just gonna go fan cooling.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, you save. I guess, and that's really what they mean by
Yeah,
modular is the fact that you can that this case is really the accessory case. We can sell a lot of accessories on this case.
Yeah. Here's what my problem is now.
Yeah.
The way I'm seeing it, if you don't get this option, the top cover kit, it'll be interesting to see do you even have enough clearance to put in a 240 AIO in there.
Yeah, that'd be a good call.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do it.
Kraken dual 140.
Yeah, but
Yep.
So it's a 280 millimeter.
Yeah.
Brad.
when you barely have enough clearance left, it'll be a close call.
You don't have for fans,
No.
but again, like I said, you're gonna have to do the fans on the outside.
Yeah, you would have to have this bracket with the fans on the outside.
Or you could mount the fans on the outside if you didn't want to use the bracket. and you just do the cover.
Yeah.
But your biggest problem there is
Same problem though. I
cabling.
mean,
Yeah.
your fans are still in the center.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
This-
my fear.
This hasn't solved the problem. It's only added a spot to put your fan so you can put your radiator on the inside. But it should be offset more.
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to see it.
And this is what I've been saying from the get-go on this: is you can't offset from the board. Yeah, no. So you've got the rail system here, so you can take the drives and go up and down, lower. You can go into the bottom here, but the nice thing is you can go lower. You could take these completely out, and like I said, you could mount the radiator in here. You've got a little bit of clearance. I think the fans would still have to go on the outside here.
Yes.
If you do that, the fans would go on the outside, the rad would go on the inside.
They're not really on the outside though. They're where they are.
Yeah, they're where they are here,
Because
and then the bezel would still be over.
This whole slot here is designed to be able to get the radiator down in there.
That comes completely out. So there's little rubber screws here. They're screwed in, and then
Well,
these rubber holders.
They're designed to go in these holes right here.
Yeah, nice whips. Yeah, look at that. That went in just fine.
Yeah.
So,
You just have
Do
to
you have enough
But
space
you know
for
what?
push pull?
No.
No.
You could do push pull, or push pull, or push pull. But then you can't put the front cover on.
so well, you could put one of the fans on the back. So the nice thing is, if you're going to take the optical disk drive out, you could get more of these, and you could just have drive cages. You could have a nice little server rig in here.
So how much is this case?
I think the base config that we have here without the top cover is 109,
Okay.
and I think the top cover is another $20.
Or the Pro,
you
which
do
comes with it, and a window, is 130.
30 or
140.
140 retail. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that was a mesh piece separate.
Separate filter, yeah. Watch screw. Oop. So could you put it back in?
I bet that's why it's there, isn't it?
Yeah, but then it's gonna cause issues though.
What
Yeah.
issues is it going to cause?
I don't know.
It's going to keep
It's going to keep
dust out of your computer.
No, I can tell you what it's going to stop. It's going to stop you from putting a wire through the fan.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna have an exhaust fan up there, then why do you need filters?
That's
Yeah.
true.
You would be surprised how many people ask about.
So the filter
wanting that
really
on
is
top.
only good if you don't have any fans.
Just miscellaneous stuff that may fall.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I bought two of these from you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all, Bill. I bought them.
You're the customer. The guy.
They're like $4 on the Mnpctech. They're great.
The guy. You're the guy.
I'm the guy. Well, I like. Well, again, he's right because
So-
stuff falls in.
So the only time you really need this is if you're not going to put any fans.
Well, because the
stuff,
cover.
The stuff doesn't fall in if it's running.
The cover
It
you
gets
got there.
flung back out.
Well, no. Yeah,
Like
you don't.
popcorn.
No, grab that. Grab that.
cat.
So, because the idea is, this is going to obstruct. This is going to obstruct there, which is another nice mesh.
Okay.
So,
Slide it in. Actually, it goes halfway up and then.
does it go halfway up? Okay.
Yeah, drops right there and then.
It's pretty.
You know, and this, with this plate in here, you don't get as much handle because you can't stick your finger in there and you can't
Oh, you're
put
right.
fingers in here.
You're
Because
right.
of this.
You lose some handle.
Yeah, but you still have a handle.
What?
The buttons, you have a power button, a reset button.
Only
This
two
is
USB 3.0 in the front.
USB 3.0
No
and
2.0.
audio, and a light for activity, I would imagine. I bet the power button is lighted.
Yep, it is.
And they did put holes in the side of the front panel so that you can run your fan wires. So if you put two fans in there, at least they're going to run out holes. You don't have to snake them through sharp-edged holes that aren't
You
there.
know what I just noticed? This is black. Thankfully, no more blue. Because I've seen cases where the USB
They still do.
3.0, it has the blue, and it's just like, yeah, you know what? No.
I feel like that's been a staple of Cooler Master though. I feel like they've been doing black. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think the halves have been doing that. The XBs.
Oh,
I think they're black as well.
I got mine in like 2 minutes. So.
It comes with a complimentary bag of mints.
Hey man, get your cell phone wet. This is great.
Oh, and please don't eat the mints. We're just kidding.
Hey Greg, you got some scissors to open this pack of mint?
This is why we need to hire new mod monkey. Yeah, so we got a little bit of paint deterioration here, right, coming out of the box.
And the bottom feet are metal.
Yep.
With long rubber tabs.
So you're not gonna scratch. And one thing I noticed with these feet, so there's one screw up here. So there's 2 screws, and you take those out and you can slide them back or forward and out. So the bottom feet are easily removable. So if you wanted to, you know, I guess try something different or didn't like that look, you could get creative. And
It is, like I said, the thing that I keep noticing about this is the box itself, they give you a lot of options for different custom, you know, different where you want to put the drive cages, where you want to do that. But really, where the modding comes in, you know, if you're going to do things modding to it, it's all on the outside. All of the accessories, all of the, I'm going to move the feet around, I'm going to change the covers, the top around, I'm going to change the front. That's all in, you know, on the outside of the box.
But yet it has some nice features. I mean, when you remove the front cover, you don't have to remove any of the wiring.
Yep.
It all stays intact.
yeah.
You know.
You can remove it though. That is screwed in, which is nice.
Right. But you don't. You know, it won't come off with the cover.
Well,
You don't have to-
so one of the things they could do, what's really nice is, and I suspect they're going to do this because that was the intention of this case to be more modding, is eventually what we'll see is we'll see a different I/O panel here. We'll probably see a 3.1, you know, Type C. We'll see once those the standard and, you know, and maybe what we'll also see too is something with more USB ports. I mean, you'll notice there's a lot of room on here that we could take this out, and that's they've got that option. Could do a fan controller, an LED controller.
If it was like the Stormtrooper or Storm Striker, it would have a fan controller on there, and you know, add that in there.
You know, hey, and then maybe if they ever get really wild and crazy, they could put a little, you know, LCD up here,
That would be nice.
like we see in the
Icon.
yeah, like the icon display
Icon display.
from the Bitphoenix.
Here's another thing that this bottom plate is actually a security thing for your mouse and
That's from
keyboard
the
when
Storm.
you're gaming. Yeah. Yeah, so you weave your wires in there and tie it so when you're...
What is that?
It's so you put your mouse cable and your keyboard cable through there, so when you're at a LAN party, nobody steals your stuff by just unplugging it and taking it. That's what it actually is.
Interesting.
You
I've
wire
never
that through there. The Storm Striker and Storm Trooper did that.
You know, the one thing I would have liked to have seen.
The
Ghost, I know, did it? I
Yeah.
think.
Ghost is a scout.
Yep.
Right? I just take a laptop to a LAN party. I don't have that problem.
So I will say this: the one thing I kind of wish.
Wait till you leave. Wait till you leave.
And if you're really mad at them, you throw it at them.
You have to bring in the system
Oh,
to
good
carry
God,
it.
it's heavy.
Interns.
Interns to carry it. LAN interns. Yeah, see, it's a...
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, you run all your cables through there so that they can't just unplug them and run away with your keyboard and mouse at a LAN
If you're
party.
going to a LAN like that,
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you going to a LAN where you're worried about your stuff? You not know anyone there?
Compton.
Oh God, that's straight out of Compton LAN party.
How about DC computer mods and gaming? 345 people from all over the country.
Oh, QuakeCon, I know. I mean, you know, the big ones.
No, we had one here.
I know.
345 people, ain't nothing to sneeze at.
That's pretty good.
And they were here
So
Friday through
In this
Sunday.
shop?
more than
No.
normal.
I can't even... What are those for?
Are they threaded?
They look like it. They look like it.
Are they extra standoffs in case you need them?
No. They use regular brass standoffs.
Oh, maybe
Oh,
you want
oh,
like
no.
a controller or something?
Are they not for?
No, that goes this way.
Yeah, because they got the lip there.
And they're tapered so that something sits on them.
But I guess they probably have another accessory in the works, like a fan controller.
Oh, a fan controller.
Fantech style fan controller.
Or yeah.
NZXT style fan controller.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's
They
sad
were the
though?
first.
I mean, we made the comment about the NZXT here, but the one thing I really wish was on here. Where's my little LED? I want my little LED.
Oh my gosh.
I love that feature of the.
It only works if it's on. You should have a light that you can turn on when it's not running so that you can see those plugs.
Well,
in.
okay, fine. Then Cooler Master could have innovated in that way.
That's right. A light that's powered by the power supply through the green wire or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. Actually, there is a standby power running to every motherboard
Yeah,
when
sure.
the power supply is on. They could use that to light it so
Yep.
that at least you can see the thing to plug it in
I
before
agree.
you turn
That's
it
what
on.
I'm saying. I would have liked some IO light.
Maybe we can get some guy who has a store to make something like that.
You know, I think he would need like a laser cutter or something like that to create some
Maybe shoe
nice.
stores can get together and
Yeah.
Work something.
Maybe get a guy who's really good at like figuring out LED shit. I mean, just the
now you got
ideas.
3 guys in it.
True. And then we take all those ideas, throw them in a dumpster.
And he'll take them out.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's how you got me included in this. That's how you got me. Wow.
Six levels.
Hey,
from-
you're new here. You have to earn your keep to say.
No. I just raid the dumpsters and pay you with that.
There you go.
Do they have LEDs? in
Well,
the
so that's what all Indian food is, anyways, right?
It's close.
And this video is never getting posted anywhere.
This is like Ludafist or whatever that crap is.
Ludafist?
I don't know. Do I look Norwegian to you?
Oh shit.
So when Ludacris comes in,
Loot a fist.
Oof the shisky. Jeez.
I mean, when did I become the Norwegian expert of the mods?
I haven't even had Ludafisk.
When you
I have.
when you decided to be the expert.
So that's when
period.
you became a vegetarian?
That's when, that's when I swore off fish.
Said, all I'm saying is, I just feel like the Cooler Master has not shown any innovation in a while. Like the Half XB was something different.
Yep.
You know, that's a company, from what I expect from them is unique items, like the Cosmos cases. Unique. Nobody else had anything like that. Nobody else has yet.
You're just mad there's no Cosmos 3.
Well, I am mad. Where's
No,
my
I'm not.
Cosmos 3, bitch?
I will say, well, like I said, this is implemented well.
It
There
is.
are a lot of design cues that they take from other case manufacturers that are just, but they're not stolen. They're not right out stolen.
No.
They took a lot of things that are great in the industry and then kept going with it and did something different and unique with them. And now that they're marketing it in a different style too, with this style of modular components and accessories.
You know what I'm seeing here, though?
What?
There's two companies right now that are creating benchmarks. What are the two brands we have said more than Cooler
NZXT
Master?
and Phantom.
Yeah. And I would like Cooler Master to be back at creating those benchmarks, because that's what I think they used to
Now,
do.
but I'll say this though, and we'll see what happens at CES.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens at CES. And I will say this: I'd rather buy this today, with the window or not.
Oh,
Then, no. I haven't finished that. Than a 450D, than a Corsair,
Oh, any day.
than any of the Corsair, because really Corsair hasn't done any innovation this year.
No.
They really haven't. They've just continued on with their line, and really, I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of evolution in other than things like the spec, and on the lower end of the spectrum, taking the same internal frames and then plasticking out the different exteriors. Here we're saying, if you want different exterior components here,
You have options.
you have options and you can buy them, and you can turn this frame into any case you want.
In case you want. Which is cool.
So a 250 or a 350D or 450D guts, is the same as a Spec 02 as a Carbide 04. I mean, this is saying the exterior doesn't matter.
I just feel that I would like for them to come back and say that, hey, guess what? We were here before and we still know how to do this.
I'd like to see them be leading, like you're saying, but they're not. But this isn't a bad way to get back into.
No, it's not.
And you know what? They're doing something unique with it. They're not necessarily where they're leading is actually in the accessorizing. To some
So
degree.
you're saying they have become like a typical video game company. Buy the game and then buy the DLC.
No. I would actually say they're more like a car manufacturer. So you buy a base model, and then if you wanna add on these different kits and different and then you have the Pro version, then you might have the Pro Plus version, just like you might have the SES on the Ford or the
True.
I mean, like I said, you have the different trim packages.
Yeah, that's true.
That's actually where I would say this is more like.
What's Greg have to say about it?
It's an interesting case. It has a lot of features. I just noticed it has tie downs for your power supply. It's nice to have lots of tie down locations, but that's kind of a weird place to have them that they normally wouldn't. It's got the flexibility to do whatever you pretty much need. Whether you want to put, go all in one, or you want to go actual custom loop, you can put a rad in the front, a rad in the top. It's flexible where you put your SSDs, where you put your drives. It is nice, like he said, to have a basement. It would have been nice to have it covered. I'm sure the windowed version doesn't cover the bottom.
Yeah, it does actually. There's a piece that goes in the bottom part of the window that covers up the basement. So the window is full size, so you can decide whether or not you want to show off
Yeah.
the sticker on your power supply or not. And then they have a cover that goes on the inside of the window, which is kind of a shame they didn't send us the windowed version.
Do you have a jigsaw? I know a guy with a laser.
We got room on our side. Come our way.
Yep. What's up?
Yep. Watch stuff.
It's
on
clear?
that side.
Yep,
It's
good,
clear.
good.
Woohoo!
Yay! You got it.
I would
Awesome.
not. I didn't think it was gonna fit.
I didn't think so either.
So next question: how hot is it when you take it out?
As it didn't come all the way through.
I ain't afraid no ghosts. Yeah. Wait, wrong movie. Okay.
Well, now you get to do the backside. Yeah, this looks cool, man.
Yeah.
You need a new design.
That looks hot.
So you want me to make the front so it'll fit 120 and 140, and with 10 inches wide it will, because it'll fit the rad. See, the problem is right in this one, the 140 won't fit because the rad sticks out so far.
You're right. I think on the bigger
I-
one you do it, but on the ITX you just go 120.
Well, it'd still be ITX. It's just going to be 10 inches wide instead. Bill wants me to make it 10 inches wide so it'll fit an ATX power supply and 140.
He's not wrong for standard components. The thing I like about this, about your prototype is, it's the small. I like the size for it. Bill's not wrong.
I would bet the prototype,
Which I know he
will be
loves
for
hearing.
sale. The prototype will be for sale. I'd love to, throw some intakes on the side here.
Okay, why is there no vents on this side?
Whence?
Yeah, the vents.
Go back whence you came.
Oh, God. What a jerk.
Hey everybody, I'm back in the shop. I've been clearing out space because in 2016 we've got some big projects coming on and I need to make space. And one of the things that I ran across is this Thormax giant full tower that my friend David Wright had sent me. He was going to do a project with it. Something came up. He offered to give it to me and I said, sure, it's a great case, but I gotta be honest with myself. I'm never gonna get around to it. I've just got too many other commitments. So this is your opportunity to own this case. It's brand new, it's never been used. The box has been opened. Obviously, the accessory box is inside the case. And it's got some cool features on it. It's got a 180 front intake. This is the Vegas fan by Thormax. There's also a 180 cooling fan for the GPUs on the side. The design is reminiscent of the Cooler Master Half X series. It's also got a built-in fan controller, and you can put up to a 360 radiator in the top. It'll also take a 280 or a 240 radiator. What I like too is this cover. It's kind of nice access, and it's by Thormax, which makes really good quality stuff. Yeah, they make really nice cases. So it's a Thormax Giant. You've got an opportunity to own it. And if you're a subscriber to my channel, you know how I do my giveaways. All I ask is that in the comments, write a description of what you would do with this case in a system build. Would you do some modifications in it? What kind of system would you put in it? Would you hardline or all-in-one cooler? What would you use? Let me know, and I like to read the comments, and I'll pick the one that I like. And I'll put the date for the deadline of entering your comment in the video description and the date that I'll announce the winner. And normally what I do is I just respond to the winner's comment and let them know, hey, you won, congratulations. And it's open to all countries as well. So there you have it, and I'm hoping that you have a great holiday break, and maybe you're watching this while you're working on a project, or you've just opened gifts or something, and you got the PC hardware mods that you wanted. By the way, don't forget that the 10% discount at Mnpctech.com lasts till the first of the year. Don't forget about that. Just enter and subscribe or checkout. Yes, another plug for Mnpctech. But I hope that 2016 is a great year for all of us, everybody. And thanks again for your support. I really appreciate it. I couldn't
have made this a successful business without your support, you know, and your feedback on things. I love creating stuff for everybody in this hobby. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't before. To be honest, I just try to get whatever video content I can when I have time now. So please be forgiving. I know I say I'm going to do more videos, but I never get around to it. But just been so busy, you know. So anyways, I'll shut up. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.